Hey there, everybody. It's Allie. We're back again on Giving Tuesday with an update to see how we're doing. We've raised just over $9,000 today, which is towards our $20,000 goal. So we're almost halfway there. Remember, today all gifts are being matched dollar for dollar by generous donors, Parsec Financial, Aeroflow, David Gant Law Office, and Sandra Bird and Family. So you can double your impact if you give now. You can go to pisgahlegal.org/givingtuesday and make that donation and help us reach our goal of $20,000 so we can unlock that full match. And we're down here at the Asheville office in the parking lot with our Wheel of Justice and some other fun giveaways that are happening today. And we'll be here till 2, so you still have a chance to come on down and see us. And we'd like to have a lot of fun on Giving Tuesday with these giveaways and all of that, but it's all because we're trying to raise money to support the work and the mission of Pisgah Legal, which is about providing legal aid and assistance to people in Western North Carolina to help them meet their basic needs. And one of our priority areas is housing, which is a critical need for people. And earlier today, you met one of our housing clients, Sindels. So her story was featured in our e-newsletter, and we just wanted to dive more into her story with her attorney, Frank Fischer. So Frank is on our housing team here at Pisgah Legal, and he worked with Sindels, and so we're just gonna talk to Frank a little bit and learn more about his side of the story. So Sindels lives with her husband and 14-year-old stepson, and earlier this summer her family was informed that they were being served with an eviction, and this was during the eviction moratorium. So Frank, can you tell us first just how you learned of Sindels Case?
Sure, yeah. I learned of Sindels Case as part of our TERP program, which stands for Tenant Emergency Response Program. And that's a program where we reach out to tenants on the Buncombe County docket facing eviction and having upcoming eviction hearings. And before COVID, we used to have a table outside the small claims court area where we would talk to tenants before they went into the court and kind of see if we could do anything to help them. But now, during COVID times, we're doing it over the phone. And with Sindels, I was able to call her a few days before her hearing and thankfully get in touch with her. And after I talked to her a little bit about her situation, we were able to take her on as a client and get to work to helping her prevent the eviction.
That's great. And so with TERP, which we also call the Courthouse Project sometimes, it's really about being proactive, right? And reaching out to folks, because sometimes the turnaround time for eviction notices and when the court appearances are pretty short, and people might not know about Pisgah Legal as a resource, right? So
Exactly.
You're kind of doing that proactive outreach.
Exactly,
right?
yeah. It's a way to kind of get in touch with people right before they go in. It's a very traumatic experience, having to deal with an eviction and going to court. And a lot of tenants don't understand their rights or know that, they do have a 10-day appeal period after the eviction too, and a lot of times we can help them with that and try to do what we can to, give them more time to prevent the eviction or at least delay it if we can.
Yeah. And so what stood out to you about Sindels Case?
Oh, with Sindels Case, she fell behind on rent during the pandemic, as a lot of other tenants did. Unfortunately, she was furloughed with her job due to the economic shutdown and fell behind on the rent. And her landlord tried to evict her through other means and tried to evict her alleging criminal activity. And but after talking to Sindels and reviewing the case, there was really no evidence of any criminal activity. So with her case, ended up being that it was dismissed with prejudice. The judge threw it out because there really was no evidence of criminal activity or any other basis really for a legal eviction.
And Sindels received some rental assistance because she was furloughed from her job at a retail store because of COVID. So can you just talk a little bit more about that rental assistance, and can people still access it if they need it?
Yes, yeah. In Sindels' case, thankfully, after the case was dismissed, the landlord was a little bit more willing to work with her on rental assistance, and she was able to get rental assistance through Buncombe County Health and Human Services, and they still have a lot of money available to tenants who have fell behind and need some help with rental assistance. So if there's a tenant out there who has fallen behind a rent and they're within the Buncombe County line, you could contact Buncombe County Health and Human Services at 828-255-5500, I believe. And if you're at, what's that?
250-5500.
250, I'm sorry, 5500. And if they're outside of the county lines, they can go through the NC Hope program, which is going through online right now. So if you just Google NC Hope program, the first result will be their website. You can kind of apply through there.
And what would you like people to know about their rights as tenants?
One thing tenants should know is that landlords do have certain duties they have to comply with, and that's keeping a place fit and habitable. So, a lot of tenants don't know that landlords have a duty to keep the place fit and habitable. But we do recommend tenants, you have to notify your landlord when there are repairs that need to be made. We recommend doing that in writing if possible. And tenants should also know that, landlords aren't allowed to just kick them out whenever they say they need to get out. Landlords, to legally evict someone, they have to go through a court process, which can take some time, and it takes, they got to follow certain rules to be able to legally evict someone. If not, they get locked out, or if they cut off power and water, that is illegal. And we recommend tenants, if that does happen, to contact the police and also contact Pisgah Legal Services, and we'll try to help them out.
And so, Frank, the work that you do and the rest of our housing team do with clients is so important because it's providing an advocate for them in the courtroom. So what the research shows that usually about 90% of landlords are represented in cases, and a very small amount of tenants actually have representation. And so you're able to work with Sindel about her rights and kind of work her through that process.
Exactly, yeah. And it's just a very scary situation for tenants, and they're going there alone a lot of times and don't really understand the law or the process, how everything works. So when we're able to step in and hopefully help the tenants understand their situation and maybe help them either get it dismissed or help them understand their rights better to get more time, such as filing appeal. And any more time is crucial because overall we're trying to help people prevent homelessness, and having eviction on the record can be very damaging and makes it very difficult for people to find a new place to live. So if we're able to prevent that and help them stay in their home or be able to find another place to live and prevent homelessness, that's great. That's what we're able to do.
That's great. Thank you for your work, Frank.
Thank you so much, Allie.
So Giving Tuesday continues until midnight, and remember, every gift you make can be matched up to $20,000. We still have more than halfway to go to get to our goal, and your gift is providing advocates and attorneys for clients like Sindel so that they can have equal access to justice. It's helping people prevent homelessness, provide safety from abuse, income security, access to health care, really basic needs. So we hope that you stand with us today and make a gift. You can go to fiscallegal.org/givingtuesday and just thank you all so much, and see you soon.